Have you ever noticed that the biggest stars don't reveal who they truly are under the spotlight? They reveal it in the moments when they think almost nobody is watching. Because while millions of fans around the world were celebrating Jimin's breathtaking performances, something far more touching was quietly happening behind the scenes. A luxury fashion house was calling him a prince. Children couldn't stop smiling around him. And people everywhere began asking the same question. How can one person be both unbelievably elegant and unbelievably kind? Let's find out. Jimin has always been known as someone who turns every stage into a masterpiece. But this time, even Dior seemed determined to show the world exactly why he stands in a league of his own. Following BTS's spectacular Arirang World Tour concerts in Paris, Dior unveiled exclusive photos and a behind-the-scenes fitting film featuring the custom-made outfits created especially for their global ambassador. And these weren't just ordinary costume photos. They felt like the making of royalty. The images were captured during BTS's unforgettable Paris concerts on July 17th and 18th, where Jimin stepped onto the stage wearing an extraordinary embroidered long jacket, an elegant vest, and sleek leather pants. The moment the lights hit him, fans couldn't stop comparing him to a prince walking straight out of a fantasy film. Soon enough, the nickname spread everywhere, Prince Jimin. And honestly, it wasn't difficult to understand why. Every detail of the outfit reflected Dior's legendary craftsmanship. The embroidery shimmered under the stadium lights. The silhouette perfectly matched Jimin's graceful movements. Every step he took looked less like choreography and more like a scene from a luxury fashion campaign. But Dior wasn't finished showing fans the magic. The fashion house also released a fitting video that offered an intimate glimpse behind the curtain. Instead of polished performances and roaring crowds, fans got to see Jimin laughing, trying on different pieces, and enjoying the creative process with the Dior team. One moment immediately stole everyone's attention. While trying on an ivory cardigan decorated with long, flowing tassels, Jimin smiled and playfully said, "I'll become a real bird." Just one simple sentence. Yet fans instantly imagined him soaring across the stage with those elegant tassels moving like wings. It was another reminder that even during professional fittings, Jimin's playful personality never disappears. The behind-the-scenes footage quickly spread across Dior's official Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X, and Weibo accounts. Fashion media picked up the story almost immediately. Fans shared screenshots everywhere. Many praised not only Dior's incredible design, but also how effortlessly Jimin transformed clothing into something emotional. Because with Jimin, fashion rarely feels like fashion alone, it becomes storytelling. And the Paris concert gave fans another unforgettable moment. During BTS's performance of Dynamite, Jimin appeared in an entirely different look. A sheer knit top, a khaki sleeveless jacket with a checked lining, a bold red Dior hoodie. The combination was modern, unexpected, and unmistakably Jimin. The performance attracted attention far beyond the music industry. French President Emmanuel Macron even shared footage from the performance on his Instagram, bringing yet another international spotlight to BTS's Paris stage. Meanwhile, Dior's global PR director Peter Wooten personally attended the concert. A powerful sign of how important Jimin remains to one of the world's most prestigious luxury brands. For many artists, luxury partnerships end at photo shoots. For Jimin, the partnership lives on stage, where fashion meets performance, and millions of fans witness both at once. But while everyone was talking about his royal visuals, another story was quietly touching hearts around the world. Just days earlier, Jimin had helped create one of the most memorable moments following the 2026 CONCACAF World Cup final halftime show. The halftime performance itself was historic. Created in support of the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund, the stage brought together world-class artists and child performers in a celebration of hope, education, and the future. The audience saw an incredible performance, but what happened after the music stopped may have revealed even more about Jimin's character. As performers began leaving the field, most people naturally walked toward the exit. Jimin didn't. Instead, he slowed down. He looked directly into the eyes of every child who had performed beside him. One by one, he offered encouragement, warm smiles, gentle words, small gestures that required no cameras, no headlines, no applause. Videos captured the children gathering around him, clearly excited to spend just a few extra moments with the superstar they had just shared the stage with. The internet responded almost instantly. Comments poured in from around the world. Jimin is the Pied Piper. You are the sweetest, so gentle, so kind. It wasn't simply because he smiled. It was because the children looked completely comfortable around him. They weren't standing beside an untouchable global icon. They were standing beside someone who made them feel seen. And longtime fans weren't surprised, because this wasn't an isolated moment. Throughout the Arirang World Tour, similar stories have continued to emerge. During BTS's concert in Mexico, Jimin noticed a young fan crying in the audience. Instead of simply waving, he removed the cowboy hat he had been wearing during the performance. He handed it directly to the child, then gently told them, "Don't cry." Imagine being that young fan. One unforgettable concert suddenly becomes a memory that lasts forever. Then came Paris. Another concert. Another act of quiet kindness. Social media captured Jimin noticing a child standing near the front barricade while the crowd pressed closer. Rather than ignoring the situation, he immediately gestured to the surrounding audience, asking them not to push. Only after making sure the child was safe, he surprised everyone again. He took off his own t-shirt and personally gave it to the young fan. For many people, that became one of the most touching moments of the entire tour, because protecting someone came first. The gift came second. That sequence mattered. And perhaps that's why these stories continue spreading far beyond fan communities. They're not about expensive clothes. They're not about record-breaking concerts. They're about compassion shown naturally, without performance, without expectation, without needing recognition. Jimin's care for children also extends far beyond concert stages. Over the years, he has consistently supported young people through meaningful charitable donations. He has contributed to educational initiatives with messages encouraging students who face difficult circumstances but continue pursuing their dreams. He has also donated 100 million won to Rotary International's efforts to help eradicate polio, supporting healthier futures for children around the world. These aren't moments that happen under concert lights. They're choices made long after the applause fades. And perhaps that's what makes this week so remarkable. On one side, the world saw Dior present Jimin as a modern prince, wrapped in extraordinary craftsmanship, captivating millions with elegance and breathtaking visuals. On the other, the world witnessed someone slowing down after one of the biggest performances of his career, simply to encourage children who shared the stage with him. One image represents glamour, the other represents humanity. Together, they tell the complete story. Maybe that's why fans continue falling in love with Jimin year after year. Not only because he performs like a superstar, not only because luxury brands celebrate him, but because no matter how large the stage becomes, he never forgets the people standing beside him. And perhaps that's the rarest kind of royalty the world will ever see. So what do you think? Is Jimin's greatest strength his incredible stage presence, his unforgettable fashion, or the quiet kindness he shows when the cameras aren't meant to be watching? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed discovering another side of BTS's incredible journey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next unforgettable story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.